And hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat, and we are live. And I think we are underway to potentially get ourselves the Iyo Sky from campaign. I'm just waiting for the video to actually go live. Okay, it seems that we are live. So this is what we are striving towards. 811 people have already got it. Alex says hi. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the live stream. It's very nice to see you. You're the first person here. I'm sure the rest of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet will be coming in very, very soon. So what we are trying to do here is we, first of all, Juan says, yo, what's good, Grand Cat? What is good with you, my good man? Alex says, good luck. Thank you very much. So we're relying on our Cora Jade here. And you can see that she has 7 hours and 34 minutes left to go. So Aaron says evening. Good evening, Aaron. So what we need to do is we need to get 8 matches in on our Cora Jade to finish her off. Then we will be able to equip her with the proper equipment, and then we will try campaign mode. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into Royal Rumble here. This is how I train up cards. I'm deliberately using everything all smaller than, ideally under 5,000, but there's a couple that just go over that to the 6,000 range, and then 2 cards that I actually want to try and train up, which of course are Cora Jade and our Nia Jax. Because if we get a pro of that, that would also be very, very cool. So all we need to do is get 8 games on our Cora Jade, and then we can start the actual campaign part. Well, we've got our Nia Jax, so we might as well start training her up. We also need to draw into our Cora Jade first of all. That is the next thing that we need to do. Just setting up my camera there so that I can actually see the chat. For anyone wondering about the backstage of setting up live streams. So, I mean, we're certainly training up our Nia Jax, but that's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to draw it into Cora Jade. And then once we do draw it into Cora Jade, we want to have her win as many games as possible. She doesn't need to win games, she just needs to be in games, but winning is how she stays in there with Royal Rumbles. Okay, there we have lost a match, which is good because we want that to happen before we draw into the Cora Jade. So you can see that we're just losing games here. We are just literally waiting until we draw into Cora Jade. Aaron says, the Spring Fusion's been quite good, to be honest. Got a pro Zelina Vega and Montez Ford from them. That is indeed very good. Okay, there we go. So our Cora Jade, she was the very, very last card. She's only going to be able to get 3 games in total. So that's 1, that's 2, and this is number 3. And we got an infinite battle pass reward as well, which is fine. That can sit there with the rest of them. Alex says, I'm playing Royal Rumble to super move. Yep, Royal Rumble is the easiest way to get a super move in. You get 2% of your super move for every match you win, but you get 4% of your super move for every match that you lose. So if you just go into a Royal Rumble and you just deliberately try and lose as many games as possible, you will fill up this super meter in no time. It takes no time whatsoever. So we now need to get 5 more games with Cora Jade, which isn't much at all. And then we should hopefully be able to do it from 1 Royal Rumble, particularly if we get Cora Jade early. That's the earliest you can get it. It is number 1. Okay, so that's 1 down. Only 4 left to go. That is 2. And this is number 3. And now number 4. And this should be the last match that we need for Cora Jade. So everything beyond here is just bonus. Unfortunately, everything is coming up power at the moment, so we don't have any way of preventing this. Unbelievable. She has 571 in power left, and yet she's still fighting on. Chris said hi. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Aaron says 50 super moves for the quest was too much in my opinion. Only just completed the quest. Yeah, that was an absolute grind. That was certainly the longest part of the quest. Although I will happily do 50 super moves over get 300 of the old school cards. I was not particularly a fan of those ones. Or get 150 of an old school card, but you have to do it twice. Oh, we won. That was weird. Zelina Vega coming in clutch there. Okay, but that should be it. That should be all we need to do. I think just as a freebie, I am going to gift 5 free gifted memberships to members of the Grand Cat Grand Fleet out there. Remember that you do have to have gifting enabled, but if you get this, it will give you access to over 100 exclusive videos and also give you exclusive perks such as being able to use Grand Cat emojis and things. So let's gift 5 free gifted memberships. And we're doing that right now. So congratulations to Rick C137, United Extra, Ben Diver, Paul Darn, and Zymon. I think that is how that is said. SZXMon. Congratulations to all 5 of you Grand Cat Grand Fleet members. You've all been gifted. Oh, Ben Diver's in the chat. Yo, thank you. You're very welcome, Ben. And that also means you get to use the Grand Cat emojis, which are very cool little things. There you go. That is what one of them looks like right there. Okay, so now that we've done that. Tony Ross says, hey, Grand Cat. Hello, Tony. Welcome. Aaron Morgan says, do you think we'll get anything at store reset, like a quest for SE? It doesn't say anything in the calendar, so I guess not. I think we actually are getting a new special edition. So when there's store resets, that could be something cool. There you see that we managed to fully complete our Cora Jade. And she does seem to be pretty strong. That's the Dominic Mysterio mask that we were training up. And let's see here. We're going to take the Eddie Guerrero Bedtime Stories. We're going to take that off of Stephanie Vacour, and we're going to put that on Cora Jade. So you can see that the Cora Jade is actually stronger than the Zelina Vega, which is absolutely crazy because she is... I think that Cora Jade is actually our strongest card. If we were to take off this t-shirt from Becky Lynch, there you can see that the Cora Jade is actually our strongest card. So that is absolutely crazy. So let's go ahead and put the t-shirt back on Becky Lynch. We are going to put the Eddie Guerrero Bedtime Stories book onto Cora Jade. We're going to check our mails. So we have Roman Reigns with the Ulafala. We have Sheamus with the Sheamus coat. We have Aleister Black with the Earthquake Burger. And we have Rusev with the Papa Shango Skull, which is our next best power equipment. And we're going to go into PvP. We're going to go into Momentum. We're going to put Momentum on the Becky Lynch. And we're also going to put it on Cora Jade. And then we're also going to put it on Roman Reigns, just to make sure. Alright, now with everything set, I think we could very well be underway with the potential chance of winning ourselves an Iyo Sky. And if we set that up like this, then I think that is the best possible chance. Now, before we do this, I'm just going to make sure that Future Royalty has been alerted, because Future Royalty is a huge, huge fan of Iyo Sky, and they're also a huge fan of his Grand Cat, and I want to make sure that they know that this is about to happen. So bear with me just a second. Okay, they have all been added. So I think it is now time. So the first match is a tag match for power. And we need to get over 168,613. Then it is a female tag charisma, which we have to get over 214,605. And then lastly, it is a male tag team of power, which we have to get over 317,065. And let me just read that comment there. And Nicholas says, I did the females in the last mode with Tiffany and Bianca, but I had 2 WrestleMania shirts. I only got 1 WrestleMania shirt, and you can't get them anymore, so that makes it a little bit harder. And Juan Andres says, I missed out on the WrestleMania t-shirt. Yeah, it really sucks that they made things like time limited, especially for something that you have to actually buy from the actual store. So let's give this a try. We might very well do this first time. I haven't properly done the maths on this, so we'll just need to wait and see. So Roman Reigns and Aleister Black. Is that enough? 74.9 plus 107,000. Should certainly beat this match. We didn't get the spear, so we don't have the added power, but I think we're fine. Next up is the charisma. So we're going to use the W Universe. We have our Becky Lynch. We have our Cora Jade. 105,000 plus 114,000. And I think we might be able to get this win in. This is the thing that has been stopping us all this time. And there we go, we've got at least 2 stars. And now, so long as the super move is enough, this would be 118,000 plus 138,000. Is 152,000 plus 206,000. Reversing 158 and 158. And I think that if maths are on my side, that we may very well have done it. We may have it. That certainly looks like a victory to me. And with one super move and a perfect game, with the last 3 stars of campaign mode, we have finally got the 10 pro crystals that we've been looking for, and the 10 rare to draft picks. And now let's go ahead and claim our reward. There we go, we've got the 5 gold fusion tokens and the 813 Iyo Sky. If you were in the chat, then you were in the chat to see the Iyo Sky as it was pulled. And there is the stats: 46,095 in power, 56,020 in toughness, 59,085 in speed, and 50,073 in charisma. Of course, our speed and toughness are through the roof for the women's champion, Iyo Sky. Let's go ahead and lock that down. My goodness. We have finally done it, folks. Every single star, 1,764 of them, all completed, all the way right up to WrestleMania, all the way from main event, straight through, from countdown, main card, mid card, pro, amateur, rookie, every single star done and dusted, and the Iyo Sky has now been done. True Hulkster says, easy dub, man. Only just finally switched everything to the new phone, but finally the ordeal is over. The ordeal is over for us as well, as we have just now finally got our Iyo Sky from campaign mode. And there she is. She is seemingly our 4th best card. That's surely not right. Are you telling me that this Zelina Vega is better than Iyo Sky? That the Toadstool Spring fusions are strong. No, it might be because Iyo Sky is missing her 10 variants. We need to play her in Royal Rumble to try and get that up. But that is absolutely incredible. Let's go ahead and swap out the image. What other images do we have for Iyo Sky that we can use? We have a whole bunch of them. Let's go ahead and try this one. You can't really pick up the feathers in the background with the shininess. Can't help but feel like I just picked the same one twice there. That was actually weird. Did you see the way that the eyes look? Like the eyes shine on this one? That's absolutely crazy. Alex says, congrats. Thank you, man. And Juan has the claps and the little award. True Hall says, Alistair Black using his contract negotiation powers to give his wife's card a boost, no doubt. Very possible. That is a probability. We do know that Alistair Black is a huge, huge fan of WWE Supercard. If he is, that would be surprising to me. That looks really good, actually. I really like that image. That might be the one that we stick with. Tony Ross says, congrats. Thank you, Tony. It's much appreciated. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this one. I think that looks like the best image for our Iyo Sky. Now, of course, what we're going to do here is we're going to put her into the research center. And we are very quickly going to do some more Royal Rumble games, weirdly enough. How strange that we're going right back into Royal Rumble after having just finished. Let's go ahead and swap out for our Iyo Sky. And we're also going to put momentum on Iyo Sky as well. Wherever she is. There we go. Try and raise her up a little bit so that she can win more matches. And now let's see if we can get 10 quick wins in on Royal Rumble. That was the male Royal Rumble. I just set up the female one and then went into momentum and then just went back. Oh my goodness, what a mistake. What a classic blunder. Michael said hi. Alex, yes, lol. Oh my goodness, what a mistake. What I was doing was I was reading the chat and was just clicking blindly and thought I'd set it up. Oh my goodness, okay, well. Juwan Evans is going to have to try and carry us a little bit here. We've also got a Randy Orton in here. These are apparently the last two cards I was training up. John says, oh, it's hot today moment. As a reference to the Simpsons episode. He says, it's happened to the best of us. You're not the only one. Well, we'll try and get through this as quickly as possible, shall we? As they say in wrestling, there's no such thing as a botch. It is all art. That is what I am doing. If you are willing to believe such a lie. Although Javon Evans is thoroughly winning this. Alex says, I want to know what Iyo is like maxed. I do too, my friend. That's why we're going to try and get her 10 wins. So see what I just did with Javon Evans there? That's what we want to do with Iyo Sky. Because if we do that with Iyo Sky, then we'll have no problems and Iyo Sky will be maxed out and then we can see what her true stats actually are. I'm just going to leave them just now. Let's go over to the women's one. Make sure that Iyo Sky is in here. That is all correct. Okay, women's Royal Rumble. We have 2 shots at this. And then we may have to an ad. It's been a while since we've watched an ad while live streaming. Oh my goodness, all of these are terrible, unfortunately. I'm going to go with our Becky Lynch. That is the... Well, that was the Becky Lynch from the Dungeons & Dragons. Got our Nia Jax. That's not what we're looking for at the moment. But we're going to stick with her for just now. She'll win us a few games until we draw into our Iyo Sky. Oh, there's our Iyo Sky now. Alex says, who do you want as a rainbow card? Have we had a John Cena yet? I don't think we have. I don't think we've had a limited John Cena. And I have been wanting a John Cena card all WrestleMania 41 tier. We're approaching the end of WrestleMania 41 tier and we still don't have a John Cena card. So what on earth is up with that? Oh, well, that worked out actually quite nicely for us. Okay, so that's 1 for Iyo Sky. If someone can keep track on the on the chat, that is number 1. We're gonna have to do quite a few power games here. This is number 2. This one's number 3. And 4. Remember, we're trying to get to 10. That one's 5. It's getting a little bit tricky now. 6. Ooh, we managed 5. 7. 8. Okay, so this one will be number 9, and we're at 5,000, and we've got only power left. So this one is number 9. So we don't want to survive this one. And then this one should be number 10. Okay, she got eliminated on 10, but that should be all 10 of them. We'll get those in a minute. Let's take a look at our... No, we're on 9 of 10. Only gave us 9 of them. Oh my goodness. I must have miscounted. It's going to take another 4 hours and 42 minutes to get one game of Royal Rumble. Well, we're going to jump right back in again. We just need to try and get one match with our Iyo Sky. Bobby Tarantino, he says, is there still time to join your team? I feel like I miss out on a lot if I am not in a team. You do. You miss out on so much when you're not in a team. From every single team ring domination, from every single team road to glory, you're guaranteed to get one of the highest tier cards. Also, you get the chance of pulling one from every single team battleground. You also get a whole bunch of super coins, which you can use to buy the PLE cards and anything else from the superstore. So it's absolutely well worth being in a team. And yes, you are just in time to join my team. If you want to join my team, all you have to do is click on the description of this video, and you'll find a link to my Discord server. Not only that, I am going to share that link with you right here, right now. Let me go ahead and copy and paste. There you go. If you follow that link, if you join my Discord server, and you say, "Hi, I'm a fan of this Grand Cat," in your team, someone will direct you to the Waiting to Join Team channel, and from there, it is not me that gets you in because I am in charge of Soul World Order, but Fat Boy, he is in charge of the Grand Cat NXT. That is our team for getting new players into the actual team, and then if you do well enough there, you may one day be drafted up to Soul World Order, the home of the Grand Cat himself. And of course, you will get all of the rewards all the way through. I do heavily recommend checking the rules though. There are rules that you need to follow, including winning your team battleground games and attacking the correct players. Well, we're doing a lot of training up for Nia Jax, but this isn't what we're trying to do. We're trying to get an Iyo Sky here. Remember, Iyo Sky only needs one match. This is one of these things where it's going to let us wait right up until the very end before the Iyo Sky will show up. Oh my goodness, it really is making us wait until the very end. Bobby Tarantino says, "Bet, bro, thank you so much. You're very welcome, Bobby. Hopefully you'll be part of the team soon." Alex says, "One more super move, then the quest is done." I'm sure you can do it. Using Royal Rumble is the fastest way to do it. You can see that I've almost got a super move again by accident without putting in any real effort whatsoever. Okay, there we go. There is the Iyo Sky. She has finally shown up. Alex says, "I almost have 3 slots." Okay, and with this one match from Iyo Sky, that should be our Iyo Sky fully maxed out now. Menace says, "Yo, glad to be back. I kinda stopped playing Supercard for a couple of weeks and then just got Chad Gable, rank 3000. Oh, congratulations, Menace." And there we go. With 115 points. Our Iyo Sky should now be completely finished. And let's see. So, of course, this is Iyo Sky with the momentum. And with momentum, which is the strongest that she can be, she has 54.23 thousand in power. That is her weakest stat. 58,000.60 in charisma. 64,091 in toughness. And then 69.12 in speed. Almost 70,000 in speed without any equipment on her. That is absolutely incredible. You can see that she is actually overtaken our Becky Lynch, who has the WrestleMania t-shirt on her, which just goes to show just how strong that Iyo Sky actually is. That is very, very crazy. And of course, if we were to take the Eddie Guerrero book off of Cora Jade, even with Cora Jade, with the momentum, still isn't strong enough to stand up against the Iyo Sky. That is all the females with no equipment on them. And if we take the momentum off them as well, I think we'll see that the Iyo Sky is the strongest female in the game at the moment. And there we go, a very, very powerful left arrow. So in terms of my best females, we've got the left arrow Iyo Sky, we have the right arrow Cora Jade, left arrow Zelina Vega, and then a left arrow Becky Lynch. And of course, starting tomorrow, there will be a Flash Giants women's event. Now, this is a little bit different from a regular Giants Unleashed event. If you look at your deck editor and you look at this is what you normally use for Giants Unleashed. You've got your left arrows, your right arrows, your up arrows, your down arrows. But for your females, it uses your 4 best left arrow, right arrow, up arrow, and down arrow females. Now, don't worry if your females are not quite as strong as your men. Most people don't have them, because as you can see here, I'm actually still using this dual Bianca Belair for up arrow. We've got a couple of non-pro down arrows, and this is still probably going to be fine for the Women's Giants Unleashed. Don't even worry if you're not on the WrestleMania 41 tier part for the Women's Giants Unleashed. I was about to say Tag Team Takedown, but that's not what we're doing. You should still be able to get the event card so long as you're on WrestleMania 41 tier, and then you'll still be able to get the heroic upgrade if you manage to complete the Flash Giants event. Now, do remember it's a Flash event, which means that you get half the time, but all of your points will be doubled. And of course, if you use a point doubler, it'll be quadrupled. And if you use a quadrupler, well, that's just silly, because that is going to give you a ×8 multiplier. It means you're going to absolutely dominate through the entire event. But there we are, folks. That is going to be it for this little live stream, and I really hope that you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody. Alex says bye. Goodbye, Alex. And Menace says hoping for a left arrow female for the event. Well, there's quite a few left arrows already out. There's Becky Lynch, Zelina Vega, and Iyo Sky. But once again, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. We shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.